Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cover the Spread for Monday, June 9th, 2025. Hey, hope everybody had themselves a wonderful weekend. And if you're new to Cover the Spread, hey, make sure you subscribe. And then also click on the little notification bell. That way you don't miss out on when these videos drop and you get the best of the number with us. And hey, as we always do, we'll get to the capper, see how their weekend went, and then we'll get to the three plays we got rolling here in the MLB action to start the new week here at Cover the Spread. Head on over to Ramon when you get it started. How are you doing here on this Monday, Ramon?
Oh, where'd the weekend go? We were having such a great time, but that's okay. We're back to the week grind and still got some big games here this week. And we got some baseball games too. So that's fine. We'll find some winners here throughout the summer on Cover the Spread.
Definitely. We'll find some winners here on the time. We've still got some NBA as well the rest of the week. So lots to look forward to this upcoming week. How are you doing here on this Monday, Al?
Doing all right. Looking for that bounce back on Sunday. It's been a rough little stretch for me, but hey, new week, so start fresh and look for a better one.
All right, let's speaking of fresh start, let's get to it here on Monday's action. We got the Cincinnati Reds heading into Cleveland to take on the Guardians. This is the game I'm looking at here in this one, and when you look at this, hey, look who's starting for the Reds here in this one. I see Miley getting the start here for the Reds in this one. Well, me, I don't know how deep he's going to go into this game as Miley. I mean, it's more of he went 2 innings last time, so bullpen type game here for the Reds on the road. Yikes, scary situation. These two teams have met once already. You look, the Reds pretty much swept the Guardians in that series. About the middle of May 16th, 17th, and 18th. So they've seen Ortiz on the other side of the bump here for the Guardians. It was a 3-1 win for the Reds in that one. But hey, give it to Ortiz. He got through that game. I don't know if it was he had himself a little bit of a patch there, but 6 hits, couple earned runs, and got himself in trouble with a long ball. So he gave a bloop and a blast. The next thing you know, you're down. Your team doesn't score any runs. Well, you lose 3-1 in that matchup. I think he has himself a little a bounce back here in this one, or more likely, I'm fading this Miley and the Reds here in the spot. I think it's a tough spot out on the road here for the Reds in this situation, and the price you're probably going to get on the Guardians. I think I'll take Cleveland and the home price here in this matchup, probably close to a coin flip. We've seen in that game earlier this year. It was a little slight dog in that matchup, so I'm expecting this coin flip, maybe plus on Cleveland, but either way, I'm going to take the home team here in this one to get it started here on Monday. Head on over to Al to get it started here in this one. What do you like, the Reds or the Guardians on Monday?
Yeah, I'm look at some props here. I think this game goes over the total to these two starters, and couple guys that have hit Miley well in the past are I see Nolan Jones, just a small sample size there, just 1 hit in 2 at bats, but that was a home run, so solo shot there for him. You could take him to get an RBI, and also Carlos Santana, seen him really well, 7 hits and 15 at bats with a home run and 2 RBIs. So maybe take those 2 guys to get an RBI, and again, like this one to go over.
Hey, and as we're saying this line is a little big for me. Give me the run line in this one for the Guardians. I don't want to lay that kind of that price, but I think the Guardians can smash the Reds bullpen here in this one because I don't. Miley gets to start. How deep is he going to go? Not very deep into this one. I think Ortiz, he looked well in that start. I think he pitches even better here at home against the Reds with the run line. Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Cincinnati or the Guardians on Monday?
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot here with Ortiz. I'm going to go with the Reds team total under here. I like Ortiz maybe to have a pretty good start. Look, that was a low scoring series. All 3 games went under in those first meetings, and that was in Cincinnati. So, look, Ortiz has had enough work here now. The numbers aren't terrific for ERA or so far this season, but Cincinnati here, inconsistent 500 team for sure, but big underdog here to Cleveland because of Miley. I'm sure it'll take Miley a little to work out, I guess, and kind of stretch out. You mentioned it, Rod just came back for a couple of innings. We know he can go a little deeper, but hey, coming back here to kind of piece things together after Hunter went out. You're just trying to look for guys to come in and pick up innings and start to develop themselves a little bit here for a few weeks. So I'm going to go with the Reds team total under here in this one against Cleveland.
Hey, that wraps up the first MLB we looked at. Let's head on over to the next one. We got the Rays heading into Boston to take on the Red Sox. This is Ramon's game. Kicking on Ramon, Tampa Bay or Boston here on Monday.
Yeah, with Shane Baz going here for the Rays. Look, I like Shane Baz. The numbers, he's got a 5 ERA, but I still think he's been better than that this year. But more so, I just like the way Tampa's been playing here. They were on a pretty hot streak for sure. Did drop one to Boston over the weekend heading into this week, but still, that was a real good surge that kind of got Tampa Bay back into things here a little bit, at least in the playoff contention. We're still just 4 games over 500 right now, and Boston's the sub 500 team here. So I'm looking at a game where, you basically have a Tampa Bay coming in as probably a slight underdog here, and I think they got a great shot with Shane Baz. Bello goes here for Boston. He's got about a 3.91 ERA. So, yeah, Baz's stats don't match up necessarily with Bello, but I like the way the Rays are playing right now. And at this price, I'm going to take a shot with them here at Boston on Monday. Give me the Rays on the road.
Hey, and for me, looking at this one here, I like the over in this matchup. I think we see plenty of runs. We've seen these two teams in a little 3-game series already this year, and in 2 of those, we've seen plenty of offense to get us over this total. So I'm going right back to the over. I think Baz is, as Ramon alluded to, definitely better than the numbers that we've seen early on. He's still trying to put some things together. So I think Boston can be able to get to him for a little bit. And then Bello's no perfect gem either. I think he'd be raised. Their bats have come to life a little bit. They can hit him as well. And then when you get to the bullpen, for some reason, you see Bello starts, his last 4 have all went over. And not through some of his fault of his own. Maybe some of the one was his team smashed, scored 19 in that one. And then the Braves smashed after he came out of that one. Pretty good, got to the bullpen, but his starts just seem to tend to go over. So give me the over in this one between the Rays and Boston. Heading over to Al, what do you like here in this one on Monday?
I like both those looks a little bit. Now, my slight concern with the over is how well Bass has pitched against this lineup. He's only allowed 5 hits and 43 at-bats to these guys. So I'm looking at the Rays in the first 5 innings, but I think, again, they can get to Bell a little bit. And eventually, I think, maybe the Red Sox do get to Baz a little bit today. It's not having the best season, that's for sure. And look for the bullpens to give some up as well and get us over this total. But again, it'll be Rays first 5. Maybe take the half run as well if it's not too juicy by the time you see this. But Rays first 5 for me.
You're probably pretty good on that price there from what we see so far with the Rays. That price shouldn't. I don't see it skyrocketing here going in the other direction.
That was the pitcher in that. He got some real comfort in that early season. 16-1 in that game when he looked pretty good against Boston. It's got to be easy to pitch when you got a huge lead.
Huge lead, right? Definitely a little comfy. Thanks to Howe hawking it up there for the Red Sox in that one. That wraps up the second game we looked at. Let's look at the final game we got on the board. We got the Braves heading into Milwaukee to take on the Brewers. This is Al's game. What do you got for us? Atlanta or Milwaukee here on Monday?
Yeah, definitely been a rough stretch for these Braves here, losing 6 straight coming into Sunday's game. But I think if they don't end their streak on Sunday, I think this is a great shot to do just that with the pitching advantage here. Sale is the much better starter. He's coming into this one in great form. And I think they just need to make the most of this. And they're obviously not going to lose every game for the rest of the season. So I think they need to make the most of this pitching advantage and start putting some wins together. I'll take the Braves. Braves -1 here.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Atlanta or Milwaukee here on Monday?
We got Sale coming in here, it's looking like almost vintage Sale for the most part. I mean, he's got an ERA under 3. We're not going to get overly crushing Sale, or can we here in this one against the Brewers? For Savali, we've definitely seen not a lot of work from him so far this season, but he's kind of back on the beam here with his 3 starts so far. He's going about almost 5 innings on average in these games here, and I think he's going to continue to improve. Milwaukee's going to need him to turn out here if they're going to try to get going here right now and really get involved. I mean, they're over 500, looking pretty good, and Savali's got to be a big part of it if they're going to do anything. Milwaukee is 10-19 to the under at home. That's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go under with these guys in this one with Atlanta and Milwaukee. Sale against Savali on Monday.
Yeah, and for me, looking at it here in this one, I'm going to go under in the first 5. I think we see 3.5 or 4s here on this one in the first 5, and I think Sale could deal, and I think Savali can deal as well, and we get a lower scoring pitchers duel to kick us off here on Monday. So I'm going to say that the book opens this maybe at 4. If you can find a 4, take the under, but even if this does dip down to 3.5 or so, I still like the under in this first 5 between Atlanta and Milwaukee. On Monday. Hey, that wraps up the MLB we got for you here at Cover the Spread. Appreciate each and every one of the tunes into the Cover the Spread video daily. And also, hey, let us know what you think of the 3 games we covered here in the comment section below. And as always, quick little recap, and then we'll head on out to get to Monday's action. First game we looked at the Reds taking on the Guardians. And then I say, hey, Ortiz gets his revenge from the 3-1 loss earlier to the Reds. Take the Guardians in that one. And then we got, we're looking at the Rays heading into Boston to take on the Red Sox. Ramon says take the Tampa Bay Rays in that matchup. And then now it's got the Braves taking on the Brewers. He says take the Braves and Sale and company in this one on Monday. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have yourself a wonderful Monday. As always, what are we doing here? We are
Cover the Spread.